Riven, sequel to Myst, PSXplosion 224 Part 4, 10 hours, 8 minutes. We're officially over the how long to beat time for this, and I could be an hour away from the end of the game. I could be 10 hours away from the end of the game. I honestly couldn't tell you, or even make a guess how close I am. I have no idea, because this is just one of those games. At least with Myst, it felt like you kind of culminated up to the end of the game and just kind of built up. In this, it still feels like I'm just aimlessly wandering around so far still. So I could be right at the end, or I could not be. I have no idea. Kushi. So I forgot which disc I left off on last time. Oh, I was in that. Okay. So last night in Riven, I streamed for about 4 hours. The first 3 hours and like 40 minutes, I made literally zero progress. It was mostly just going around and being confused. And then I went back to disc 3 in the upper part of that mining lake area where you put a pebble or something into what looked like a bear trap, and it turns out it was a trap. What I was doing wrong with it though before was I closed up the hemisphere after putting what ended up being bait into it and then setting it down. So what you needed to do was actually leave it open and send it down. And then very specifically, you needed to have turned 90 degrees to your left and waited for like 10 seconds. And then the trap snaps shut, you hear it snap shut, and then you have to go back and bring the trap back up and open it. And then inside of it is a red frog. Which the frog then escapes the trap, and then you can repeat the process a few more times to see a different variation of that frog jumping out of the trap. So I thought that would have been direct progress for some other puzzle, and I guess it was, but in a very indirect way, as Althar. And then after that, I wandered around aimlessly for a little bit more, and then I discovered the elevator that you can take from the underwater observation room back up to the Disc 2 village. If you turn around and go back in that elevator and use the thing on the wall, it actually takes you up to the village and not down to the underwater observation room thing. And that ended up being where progress is found, because after that, it lets you up to the top of the village, and then you can go over to where the power generator is above the village, which I still don't know how to interact with. And then past that was a way to close shut a portal that was underneath the big conical structure in the lake village area, which then gave me access to the upper part of the lake village area, where I opened up a shortcut to that area, importantly, and then also made my way into what looked like a prison cell. And behind the prison cell, there's a secret area that brought me to a room, essentially, with a whole bunch of things on the ground and what looks like a closed gate. And that's pretty much where we were. So that was the full extent of all the progress I achieved in 4 hours last time. But at the very least, where we're at now is actually a new-ish puzzle. And when we get to it, I'll show you my theories for this puzzle. Hey, Tree. So let's hop on over to the game here. And I'm really hoping that I'm close enough to the end of the game. I really hope this doesn't turn into like, oh, there's 10 more hours of the game and all that, because Myst was 7 hours and it was just constant puzzles and constant progress. In this, it's just like all kinds of going in circles and just molding, and I do not like Riven in comparison to Myst. I think Myst is a much better game than this. All right. Oh, you have an Insta360? Nice. Yeah, like I follow a bunch of photography and videography channels on YouTube, and they did the big, like, oh, totally not sponsored, but here we're gonna say nothing but glowing things about Insta360 products, and some of them covered the X3, and that seems to be the way to go for 360 cameras. I used to have a 360 camera. All right, just two. I had a Garmin Verb, which the picture quality in that thing, especially in low light, was garbage. Actual garbage. But I'm not going to judge other cameras, prejudge, I guess, other cameras based off of that, because, man, that was not a great first 360 camera that I had. I returned that thing not long after getting it. Okay, so this is the room that I described earlier. So this is kind of the dead end of the prison area that we went to. So is this? No. Okay, so this, I'm assuming, is a gate that is going to open. And what I believe this puzzle is it probably is asking the player to identify animal species that inhabit the world of Riven. Because for the most part, the world of Riven is pretty empty. We've seen a few humans, like maybe 5 humans total. We've seen Peepo, which this is Peepo. So we're gonna click on this, and it's gonna do that. So we've seen Peepo. Down on the beach, there were these like dinosaur looking things with duck bills, and I believe those were these things. So there's that. So I believe that's 2 out of however many. Let's see. There was a flying insect of some sort inside the forest village, I guess. And when I briefly looked over this last night at the end of last night's Rivening, it looked like there were multiple types of insects in here, so this might be trial and error for which one of these that is. And then the last was the frogs, the red frogs. So those 2, I think, are going to be the question marks. Like, this may or may not be the flying insect. It doesn't look like it has wings. This looks more like kind of a weird looking beetle. So it's probably not that. I haven't seen any fish. At least I don't think so. Okay, had to sneeze, sorry. The one time I appropriately used the mute button. So these things, definitely haven't seen these. So I think that's why they intentionally made the wildlife sparse in this, besides the fact it would probably take up more of the disc. Definitely haven't seen these. So this could be the frog, but this looks more like a fish, kind of, or like a proto fish, maybe. I don't think this is our frog, because the frog that we saw in that last area just looked like a regular ass frog that was just red. So unlikely to be that thing. This is just a bird, and I don't think we've seen that. I don't think we've seen insects like that. A moose? Nope. Croc? Nope. It is not Flat Fuck Friday in Riven. Hey, hidden. Toucan? Or I guess this might be a pelican. Either way, haven't seen him. This is just straight up a Pokemon, I think, but haven't seen that either. This, a fish. So, this does look a little familiar, but I don't think that was here. Also, when I was messing around with this last time, right before I went offline, I was just randomly pressing some of these, and it seems like once you put in 4, the 5th one that you put in causes the other ones to go back up. So I think there's only 4 in here. So we're still missing the frog, and we're still missing the flying moth or beetle, I think, is what we're missing here. So this is probably the frog, because it's got the froggy legs here. This is probably the frog. So we'll do this. And it made a sound over here. So did that... Okay, that didn't do anything with the door. So that should be 3 of them. We have not seen... I guess that's supposed to be a dolphin. Nope, that's another Pokemon. So this is either a crab or it's maybe our flying insect. I'm not sure though. That could be wings, or that could be lobster claws or crab claws. I don't know. What is this? This might also be our flying insect, but I kind of doubt it. And then that wraps us all the way back around. Oh, this might be the flying thing, actually. Because this looks like a weird kitchen knife or something. But this is one of the few things that clearly has wings and maybe isn't a bird. So I'm gonna click on this. Oh, this looks promising. Shit. Okay. All right, let's put that one back up then. So this is a possibility. None of this appears to be doing much of anything. And I guess it's also possible that maybe I did get this correct and it doesn't actually open this or anything. Maybe it does something elsewhere on the island, which is another possibility, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure I've gotten these correct. So this is a fish. It's also unfortunate that trying to like identify these with the blurry ass PlayStation graphics is making this a lot slower than it otherwise would be. This, okay, maybe this is it. Dang. Because that's got to be the frog. That's got to be it. It's clearly not that. Not that. Like it could be that fish, that the triangle fish maybe looks a little familiar. Okay, let's try this. No. Damn. Okay, one more possibility here. Okay, what about this? No. I might be missing something then. Shit. Hey, Jeff. Okay. All right, here's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna save here, and then we will go look around and catalog wildlife, and then just reload the save, so I don't have to trek back here. So we'll do this. But I'm pretty sure that's all the stuff that I've seen, because I don't know if this is only strictly stuff on island Disc 2 island, but I haven't seen anything else on any of the other islands with the exception of Peepo. I've seen Peepo in underwater in Island 4, and I've heard Peepo in Island 2. But maybe it's a bad assumption that I'm making that Peepo is part of the ecosystem in Island 2, maybe? Oh, it won't even let me interact with Peepo. What about this one? What? So hold on. What? Are these games similar to Shivers? Yes. Shivers is interesting. So I'm clicking on Peepo here and it won't do anything. So now I wonder if I go to this and I click on this, this one is in the down position too. Fascinating. But yeah, Shivers was... So what happened with Shivers was Ken Williams, the president of Sierra back then, saw the success of Myst and how much money they were making with Myst. And he basically went to his creative team and said, make me Myst, except for Sierra. And then they did that. And the end result was Shivers. So that is the exact lineage of how that game came about. Okay, so based off of how this is going, I'm gonna assume that if it lets me put one up and down or move it back up after going down, then that means it's not correct. Fascinating. Okay, so is this correct then? Yes, this one I'm clicking on, it's not doing anything. Okay. Interesting. So I wonder if I could just brute force this then. I really don't want to brute force this, but okay, my other gut instinct here is that it's this fish that I saw, this thing. Okay, it's not the fish. So I'm thinking back, there were skeletons, or skulls, I guess, of some large animal. And I think those were Peepo skulls, I want to say. So I don't think that really answers any of my questions here. Is this a button, by the way? Oh, no. Okay. Is it randomly the crocodiles? No. Because it's also entirely possible that that the player should have access to some other island at this point that I haven't gotten access to yet, that has some other type of creature on it that's on here but I haven't seen yet. It's weird though, because I'm pretty sure I've checked all of the insects or obvious insects here, and it's let me move all of the insect ones up and down. So I'm not sure what the deal is. Either that or I'm like completely misunderstanding this puzzle, which is entirely possible. Yeah, most of these I don't recognize from the game. I'm pretty sure I did this one. Yeah. This one lets you go up and down. And then we're back around at the start again. Huh. Maybe it was rabbits? No? Alright, let me double check that this isn't some bug. Yeah, it doesn't let me interact with this one. So that's the emblem of the assassins, I guess, or the rebels. Like maybe I need to also bring an item here too. Maybe there's something else I have to do, like you have to roll the wooden balls or something before this works, and it is those 3 tablets that you needed to have pushed in. I don't know. Like, this game is just baffling. It's the duck. We did do this one already, I'm pretty sure. And then it definitely let me put it back up in the upper position. And then the crab I definitely did. This one I did not. I'm racking my brain here on, is there anything else? So this one, that one I can move back up. All right, hold on. So that one's not correct? Or maybe it only lets you do them in the order, a specific order? Hold on. Maybe it's in the order in which you see them? Also, I just realized you don't see the frogs in disc 2, you see them in disc 3. Okay, let's science this real quick. There's that. So will it let me interact with this one? No. So this one is stuck in place. Like, another possibility is you need everything but those 3 or 4 in the down position. Maybe. God, this puzzle sucks. And I'm pretty sure this is the only progress I can do. This is the only forward progress I can do, I think. Oh my god. So I'm thinking back to earlier in the game. There was some cave paintings in the village area. Oh man, this game is taking a mental toll on me. Holy shit. So I'm thinking back to... Alright, so these are... Okay, these are definitely Peepo skulls, because they got the tusks on them. Hello? It's doing the up pointing thing, but it's not looking up. Hello? Game? Okay, sure. So I hear birds as well. There's birds going off in the distance. And we haven't seen any birds, though, is the problem. And I don't think there was anything that looked like a songbird in the on those tablets. Yep. They knew way back then. Oh, cat update, by the way. I talked to my sister again today, and she showed me pictures of the one she's looking at. One is a gray tabby, and the other one is a mostly black tuxedo cat. So that's what she's leaning towards. Which, if she ends up getting cats, then I probably won't. Just so that we don't have to juggle 4 cats when either one of us is out of town. Okay, so that's clearly Peepo. So there's nothing on this tapestry, this weaving, that looks like any other animal. This is like a foot. Somebody put a foot inside this thing. Like, this makes me suspect that you need to be able to... That you can, like, open up this kiln or something to to see what that is in there. I don't know. It feels like I need to get into the submarine thing again. Okay, like here. Whoop. Okay. All right, hold on. So on... Where was that? Where was it? Shit. I saw it. Yeah, these. I wonder if these are the fish. These look like the fish. So I guess I did see those before. Okay, let me make a new page. So we got pen battery low. No, it isn't. We got Peepo. We got the beach dinosaurs. We got the frogs. We got the flying insects. And now we have the triangle fish. Because I knew I saw those somewhere. And of course my pen just stops responding for a second. Cool. Okay, maybe that's the missing link here, was the triangle fish in combination with everything else. Because I could have sworn I saw those fish when I was underwater, maybe? And it just... I'm getting amnesia here on like which fish I saw and which I didn't. If this is the same game even that I saw them in. But those are definitely the triangle fish. So now I want to go back to the village, I think, the forest village. Because that's probably it for the aquatic animals. And I want to see if I can get a good look at whatever the flying insect is, though it's like the video is so compressed that good luck being able to identify whatever that is. And I don't think I saw any just like on the ground. Okay, this is where the cave painting was. This right here. So this is a figure of a person. I don't know what these are though, down here. Those might be like people bowing or something. Or fish. Like I can barely see anyways. Like there's no light in here. So if this is supposed to be a puzzle hint or something, then they did a really shitty job of lighting this area. Unless there's like a light switch in here, which I doubt there is. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to make that be lit up any better. Great. Okay, and then we got the stupid cutscene of the lookout post. Back this way. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that Dracula game. It did some neat things, that Dracula game. Okay. So it was like just over here, I think. Yeah, whatever that is. What is... That's some sort of winged insect. Like, does it have a nest somewhere? Is there a tree I can't go out into the forest path. Can I click on it? No. And here I can only turn around. So that's one of them. And then there's another one here, I think? Off to the left? No. Over here? No. Maybe it's up here then? Well, either way, I don't... Getting a look at that thing in the video didn't really help that much. Because there wasn't any, like, clearly and obviously winged insect on those tablets in that room that I was in. So maybe I have enough information to do this now, and it's just the triangle fish was the missing piece of the puzzle here. So let's reload and see if that's the case. Just so that I don't have to walk back there. Because that might be it. Okay, so we got Peepo, we got Dinosaur. Which one of these is Frog? It's not that. Is this Frog? No. This is Triangle Fish, though, so we're doing this one. And Frog. And then I have this selected. Oh, it's not letting me do this. Maybe, okay, maybe that is one of them then. Okay. And then where's the other insect? I think this one? Maybe this one. Is that it? Did we do it? Fuck. Shit. Okay. So maybe, okay. So that undid everything else. Okay. So we'll do everything but the crab. Maybe I should leave Peepo for last. Let's leave Peepo for last. Just so that we'll probably get instant feedback on whether or not it was actually correct. Okay, so we have beach dinosaur. We have probably flying insect. We need fish. I know, right? Well, sure, but I think more importantly is it finally gives the player some feedback of like, okay, there's no more than 4 or 5. Because it's rare for this game to give any sort of feedback to the player for puzzles, so I guess I kind of appreciate that it does that. Okay, this should be all of them. And it's not. Did I miss one? We got Peepo, we got dinosaur. We got maybe flying insect. That one might be incorrect. We got fish. And then that should be it. Unless like this one is the flying insect. All right, hold on. Okay, so that was the 5th one. So it looks like there's 5 correct answers here. But it's definitely this. It's definitely Peepo. It's definitely this fish. I'm just unsure about the flying insect, though. Like, maybe it's this and it's got the wings hidden away? Oh, there's the frog, too. I almost forgot about Froggy. That's the one I was forgetting here. You got to get our boy Froggy. There we go. That should be our 5th, actually. Hey, boys. All right, this might actually be it. Of course. Of course it isn't. Fuck. Peepo, beach dinosaurs, frogs, flying insect, and triangle fish. So it's the flying insect, I guess, that isn't correct, and it looks like I gotta reset the whole puzzle here. Great. And then there's also the possibility that these have to be done in a specific order, too. I hope not, but it's possible. Okay. Fish. Froggy. Dinosaur thing. So Peepo and flying insect. So like this doesn't have wings, but this looks the most like the other thing. There's also the one that looked like a kitchen knife. Which, what was it, this? No. This? No. This. That. And then Peepo? And then does this do it? Dude. So it's either that or there actually is 6. And I'm just missing one. Like I'm pretty sure there's been other birds. There must be some other bird that I'm missing. I don't think it's that. I think it's the one with the long bill, I want to say. It's not that. Though maybe I'm confusing that with the... Okay, what about, is it this? No, probably not. Fuck, dude. Okay. I think we gotta go on a safari and see what I'm missing. God damn it, dude. This is so annoying. There must be some bird somewhere that I haven't seen. All right, let's double check that there isn't one like over here. No. Okay. So where would these birds have been? Like, I'm thinking disc 1 maybe is probably the most likely place for something like that. It feels like disc 2 is also the most likely. Like, down on the beach, there might be the little crab things as well. And there's also the possibility that the triangular fish is wrong too. But I don't know what else those things would be hanging up in the village next to the fishing nets. If it weren't triangular fish that were just caught. And I don't remember seeing any fish underwater while going on the ride in the tank thing. So I doubt that's a possibility. I'm pretty sure I tried all the options for the different insects. The fact that I hear songbirds in that area is also really throwing me off here. Like, there's clearly an insect making a sound here. And there were clearly birds in here. That's an eagle crying, but we haven't seen any, or I guess it's a hawk. Well, we haven't seen a hawk, so we don't know for sure if it's a hawk. I'm thinking back to the illustrations in the notebooks, and I don't think there was any wildlife in any of those journals. Okay, so there's these things. This is the ones two stone tablets away from Peepo. So there you go. Those are definitely those things. So are there little crabbies on the beach here? Because that would be our sixth thing if there were. I don't see any. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. And then over here's the wooden ball thing. This one, I think that's number 2. It also makes the Peepo sound. The Peepo cry. I don't know if there's any significance to that. Maybe there is. Maybe that's the order in which you have to do these tablets. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So that one was 5, I think. Yeah, that one's 5, and that's the Peepo cry. Huh. This might be something? This might be something or it might be nothing. I don't know. But like maybe that's the point of these. It's like the secret. Oh god, okay, so we have to should go to another one. Okay, the transit station 1. Okay, so what noise does that one make? This is like the children's toy thing where the cow goes moo. Except it's an adventure game puzzle now. The Dark Souls PvPer goes very good. Okay, so in here should be number 3. So I wonder if that is... If that's the case, if these are making animal noises. I think that's the frog. Hey, Orange Blur. That might be the frog. So the options for that are the beach dinosaurs, which I don't think that's what they were doing. Frogs, which is probably the most likely. The flying insect, which probably not. Or the triangle fish, which fish just don't make a noise, I guess, unless it's like a splashing sound. So I'm gonna pencil in frog as 3, I guess. So where were the other ones? The disc 3 desk. Disc 2 village forest, which doesn't have a number on it, which means it's probably 4. Okay. This might also clear up how to count properly in this game. All right, so we're going back up to the village. Oh man. So my initial thinking for those wooden ball things was you just had to go to each of them in order and spin them from order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or however many of them there are. And then that would do something. Maybe they would pop out and like give you an item. But it seems instead it's all part of one big elaborate puzzle to get that door open in that secret area behind the prison cell. Probably. Oh shit. I just Great. I just realized the number 2 was just past where I just was down on the beach. Great. Can you actually die in this game? I don't know. I'm assuming not, but it's not like I played this game before, so how would I know? Usually in games like this, unless the manual mentions it, probably not though. So here off to the left. All right, down here. What sound does the farm animal make here? Okay, that is the beach dinosaurs. That's the beach dinosaurs. And this is probably 4? God, my pen is... Maybe I actually do need to change the battery in my pen. All right, hold on. This pen likes to go from full battery to no battery all the time. And there's special quadruple A batteries. And of course they always die during games where I actually need to take notes. Okay. Alright, Pen, you better start working now. Alright. Pen working? Pen's working. We're back in it. Alright, frogs are 3. So that would mean the flying insect is 1 or 2, and I know where 2 is. How expensive batteries are? These are not expensive batteries. They're just a pain to get because they're quadruple A's. They're like $1 though for an 8-pack. Or however many this is. 14 of them. They're not expensive. Okay, so now I gotta go back where I came from. This way. Okay, and then once I get this one, it should confirm to me pretty much the order in which these need to be done. Because I can just use the powers of deduction on the last one, but I do want to know for sure which one this is. And if it ends up being the fish, I'm curious to see what the game thinks fish sound like. This is probably the flying insect, though. And let's turn on zip mode. Make this a little faster. Oh my god. Zip mode, please. Okay, so that's definitely the noise that ball made. Okay. I can't believe I didn't notice that earlier. Like, I noticed that they were making weird sounds and it was a different sound for each one. But I didn't put 2 and 2 together of like, oh, that sounds like the weird beach thing. Hey, GGO. Yep. Here, let's skip this one screen of loads. And now it's got to load the cutscene of this thing. Okay, so this should tell us what number 2 is. Alright, is this going to be fish or insects or something else entirely? Flying insects. Okay, so that's number 2, which means fish is number 1, and we haven't found number 1 yet, but there probably isn't a number 1 because they probably didn't know what sound fish made. Okay. So with this information in hand, we can load our save and hopefully solve this puzzle. Now, maybe. And who knows, the end of the game might be like just after this. I don't know. Though there are multiple locations I have very much not have been to yet. Okay, so we need to just press on some random ones here to reset the puzzle. Okay. Like, I'd be very surprised if this was the end of the game. Okay, and it also does make sense that Peepo would be number 5 because Peepo is right in front of the door that probably opens up. Okay, triangle fish is this one. Okay, this thing first. I'm still not sure which one is the flying insect. So that's gonna continue to be a question mark here. I think it's this, but I'm not actually sure. Froggy is this. And then beach dinosaur, and then Peepo, and then maybe this is the solution. Maybe this is the solution. All right, moment of truth here. And fuck. Okay, so it's entirely possible that this is not actually the flying insect. In fact, it's likely. So maybe that was it. Maybe just the insect was the wrong one. Let me check my notes here. Was there another 5 Walrus Beach, past walruses, village forest, on the desk. Yeah, I think that's all the ones that I found. Huh. Okay. So. Alright. Fish. And then. This one is a possibility. Because maybe it's got the wings hidden underneath the shell here. So I'm going to try this one. For 2. Froggy. For 3. Beach dinosaur thing. And then Peepo. Come on. Come on. Come on, game. Yo? Let's go. All right. All right. We finally solved the puzzle, you guys. Finally. It only took 10 hours of playing, 11 hours. Okay. Let's save the game, just so I don't have to do that again. Okay. We've already equaled our progress, our 4 hours of progress from yesterday. God. All right, what is this? Oh? That is the thing that's on the back cover of the game. Is this disc 5? I think I recognize this from that map viewer in disc 4. Okay, I'm gonna click on that. Is it gonna take me there and say insert disc 5? Okay, looks like it will. I wonder if disc 5 is the end of the game. Surely not, because there's still like, I haven't done anything with those generators yet. There's been so many puzzles that Riven disc 4. Huh. Okay. So we're currently on disc 2. 3, 4. It should be it. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. I recognize this from the back of the box. Okay, let's see what's in here first. What is this? Oh my god. Wait, am I dead? What the fuck? Okay, apparently that's probably what you're supposed to do there. Okay. So we... Okay. Oh, all right. So that's the bed that we were on, I guess. Sure. All right. This is where we poop, I guess. We just fit through the hole in the... Okay. So I'm guessing the big spherical thing was probably just a big collection of these things. So I guess we're in horny jail right now. Okay. So what is... Can we look out this window then? Left, right. It won't let me go forward. So that's it. This is all I can do here then. Okay. Oh. Something is going to happen within this square of dithered pixels in the center of the screen.
Katrina e now da saya palo. Yapa ay manay yelepo. Miotisay. Bekaretere wirape yelo kene falapo. Tisay. Why te fulupe?
Okay. The only thing I caught from that was Katerina, which is, I'm assuming is Catherine, who we're here to rescue. So I'm guessing this is a gift from Catherine, probably is what this is. Which, it looks like we have 2 books now? Oh god, we have all sorts of things now. We have the trap book, Catherine's journal. Alright, let me prepare my throat then. I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see anything. With my sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peering ahead through a dim veil which was slowly lifting. There was a violent clang and bars appeared. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, tasting the familiar Riven air, but not recognizing a thing. I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an insect bite at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's difficult, maybe because of the drug. There's a voice. A man I did not recognize stood before me. Rivenese, though he was wearing Denis dress. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow crept in and I fell asleep. Then there were the many voices, but I understood none of them, like hundreds of people whispering. I couldn't wake up. No matter, the dream did end. And now, to be here with Etty. It's been so many years I didn't realize how I missed her, like a piece of me that I had forgotten I'd lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth. I don't remember Etty being mentioned anywhere else. But the years have also left her with a wound which was not there when we were children. I do wish you were more interested. It seems like I'm asking all the questions. It's awkward. No one asks me where I've been or what I've been doing. This hurts, but I understand it. Their beliefs are born out of ignorance and oppression. They are a gentle people, but they've had their nest destroyed and now they're frantically cling to anything that might save them. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I never belonged. They misunderstood me and I couldn't relate to them. But now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them in this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given this second chance. But a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? Let's screenshot whatever that is. And add that to my screenshot pile. Oop, got it. The moiety. Atris would want me to chronicle all that I've learned, but I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atris and I trapped Gain on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. Two of the Rivenese even witnessed a confrontation with Gain at the fissure, where I linked back to Myst, and where Atris threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess that we had won, that Gain was no god at all, but only a feeble imposter, a false god, and that we trapped him here on Riven. I always hoped that they would deduce the simple truth, but their further conclusions have astonished me. Atris had stripped Gain of his power, therefore Atris must be a true god. As a god, he was choosing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb, to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would lord over Riven forever. Thus, the moiety, as they call themselves, were born, a dissident society sworn enemies of Gain. So that must be the Rebel Alliance, I guess, is the moiety? I don't know. I did not know their beliefs regarding Atris and myself until 2 days ago. Etty was, for some reason, hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe those things. Of course, everyone else assumed that I would be aware of my own god status, so they made me no effort to inform me. I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atris, myself, and Gain at the edge of the fissure. The events had been exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion, which is the very foundation of their hope and purpose, and which had given them courage to band together and rebel against Gain. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to free them. Some believe that I will overthrow Gain. Others believe that I will bring them to paradise. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I love these people, my only real kindred, but they will not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would rather be their slave than their master. Okay, so I've seen that symbol before. That is the symbol of the resistance, or I guess the moiety, is what they're called. Over the years, as Gain's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's numbers have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complex network of caves that he still has not discovered. The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them. But I hope they've not sacrificed vital limbs in order to remove the cancer. Even Father and Enant are still on the surface in Gain's domains, and I long to see them, but a stretched dimness enshrouds Etty's face every time I've mentioned them. Since this break took place, they have interfered with the surface in superficial ways, occasionally sabotaging one of Gain's constructions or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forays to the island's surface and take this regalia very seriously, refusing to be seen by anyone outside the moiety unless they are properly attired. They get much pleasure out of the fact that those on the surface are frightened by these costumes, calling them evil spirits or ghosts. Okay, so that's the weird, like, large anime eyes assassin costumes that they wear, I guess. Okay, sure. It was during one of those expeditions that they fortuitously rescued me from one of Gain's guards when I first appeared on the island. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have been delivered to Gain immediately. Okay, that also explains the very beginning of the game when we were locked in the jail and then the guy with the white uniform on took our book and then he got knocked out by a dart and then the moiety assassin guy freed us from the jail at the start of the game. Okay, so this all checks out. So pretty much the same thing happened to Catherine, it looks like. I've no doubt that he's now searching for me. Of course, I am now aware that I was fooled. Atris is not here. I was at first devastated by this realization. Now I'm thankful. He would be in extreme peril here. Also, there's a quiet inner voice, an echoing remnant that wants him far away. I'm assuming that's probably a chapter marker or something. I don't think there's anything to this drawing. I've just witnessed an age dying, gasping its last breath. Today I ventured to the surface to see what has become of this island. I hoped it would not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They'd become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which the kiss is wrought has fallen words, will fall cold breath. The womb from which the cry released has suffered hurt, will suffer death. That maybe seems important. You don't just put a poem in a journal entry if it's not important. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what sort of terror it might invoke in those members of my family who still live on the surface. But I also knew that I must keep my identity hidden from Gain's ever-vigilant eye, so I accepted it as well. Then together, we swam a short expanse and emerged out of the surface of the ocean under a rocky overhang. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past few weeks in the dank caves. The two men with me were silent, communicating only with hand signals. The three of us emerged from our hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest, they stopped, peering through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me as if awaiting my command. But could not respond. In fact, I found it difficult to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more, all feeling was gone. There was numbness. Okay, so this is just a picture of the forest, I guess. Sure. We did not stay long on the surface, but it was long enough to see the worst. Riven, which was once one island, has split apart into 5 distinct pieces, about a half a mile apart. 4 of these have been claimed by Gain as his exclusive domain. Only his ministers and personal militia were ever allowed to access them. From my vantage point at the edge of the forest, I could see 3 of these islands. They're stripped of their former beauty and are riddled with Gain's self-absorbed constructions. The moiety rarely visit these closely guarded places. Hey, Drew. There's another island which I could not see, as if it had evidently crept away to a terrific distance. The moiety are very unclear as to what exists on this island, except for the fact that they know it's where the great tree used to exist. So that must be the Disc 5 island, I guess. The forest is located on the island that the surface dwellers and the moiety still refer to as Riven, but they also still refer to their entire world as Riven. This island is where the village is, which has changed dramatically. It's also the one remaining province of the people, though Gain's influence can be seen everywhere. What is this diagram? So I see this is the big split gold dome thing. This is disc 2 or disc 3, because that's the bridge over to it from disc 3. This is disc 4, and I'm not sure why that's linked to disc 3. This is disc 2, probably. Disc 2, and it's linked to this big island, I guess. Interesting. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this. So there must be some hidden entrance to one of those that I haven't found yet, I guess. Of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the island. The moiety do not. Gain wrote up this place, and it will die as all of Gain's ages eventually die. I feel nothing today. I am nothing. I live in a cave on a dying world inhabited by people that... they're treating me so strangely. They don't know how to relate to a god. I'm still an outcast here. They whisper amongst themselves, talking of my bravery during my excursion to the surface. How I walked across the island, bold and unafraid. They don't know me. Even Eddie is uncomfortable around me. At times there's no awkwardness, and I'm only Katran to her. But at other times, I'm something else. I'm afraid. There's such a gaunt numbness inside me. Today, I do not feel closeless with my people. Neither am I offended by their worship of me. I do not hate Gain. I don't feel anything. Not even sure of... and that's crossed out. At least Nella is still close. Just 3. That's pretty much how I name all my like SimCity cities. Yep, this is City 1. This is City 2. Same for Civilization. If it doesn't give me a default name, it's New City 1 and New City 2. I am boiling. I am. Gain is making and writing books. I wish they told me sooner. Atris should have realized this would happen, of course. Gain would have written all the materials necessary to the Denis craft of making books into this age, and probably every other age he ever wrote. He's attempting to write his way out of here. We did not imprison him, we only delayed him. This age has become his factory, and the people are his machines, all laboring in his mad pursuit to become a god, to carry on his noble Denis cause. So far, he has not been able to produce a fully functional book. Atris has never believed in destiny, but I don't know what else to call it. It's too perfect. It's too much of a coincidence. They hang on my every word, though I do not understand them. I am their hope, and now I've returned. I owe this to them. There is no choice. I know, right? You gotta go with the triple digits. This... I recognize this thing. This is the telescope thing on disc 1 next to where you start the game. And I know that there's a lever next to it, because I pulled that lever. It looks like it needs to be in the down position, which I totally did. And then it looks like on the other end of this pipe is whatever that is. I don't know where the other end of the pipe is, though. And unfortunately, this doesn't say anything about the 5 buttons that are right here on that thing. So, Catherine, please. Holy shit. Alright, let me paste that one in my notes. Got it. It's been a long time since my last entry. It's hard to recognize, but I found the star fissure. It's located on an island which the Rivenese call a lapo, meaning water pool. That sounds like disc 3. But which is referred to by the moiety as Alatwan, meaning pool of stars. Having once allowed Atris... Okay, let me screenshot that too. That seems important. Okay. Having once allowed Atris to escape this age without leaving an open door behind us, it has since been sealed by a skin of heavy iron. A crude telescope has been mounted over a locked viewport, the combination to which was acquired by the moiety before my arrival. Shit, so they know how to use that thing. So we're gonna have to get that information from them, I guess. In the early days, the moiety seeking an escape from... Oh, there we go. Briefly pursued the idea of reopening this fissure, they discovered a small mechanical stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. Ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. Okay, I think this is exactly the information I need to operate that thing now. Cool. Because I recognize most of those numbers. I've instructed them to stay away from it. I'm almost certain that with the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure now would be disastrous. I have heard that in the days immediately following Gain's confinement on Riven, he attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the Myst book fall from Atris' hands into that very same space. To this end, he would have people, allegedly transgressors of the law, thrown into it so that he could observe their fate. The telescope, which still stands there, is one he had built for those callous experiments. It's said that they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It appears that the limits of Gain's optics prevented him from learning their fate. Interesting. So there's some black hole into space that he just throws people into. Right? Okay. The starfield beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It's a gentle space, as hospitable to life as a flowing river. Well, I don't know. If you're under the water in the river, that's not very hospitable for long. This is how Atris explained it after he'd fallen into it, but much more than that we've never understood, and we are never able to conclude upon its origins. But the visions tell me that it was born out of the will of the Maker, perhaps for some greater purpose that we cannot yet understand. I still remember Atris' words from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse. There must be some greater reason behind it. I neglected to mention it earlier. The unique shape of one of the great daggers which appeared during our escape from Riven, the very dagger that stands vertically at one end of the Alatwan, has been adopted by the moiety as the symbol of their cause. It's a sacred symbol for them. It's the representation of all their doctrine and the representation of me. To deface this symbol is sacrilege. Great daggers. Okay, so the Alatwan is not what I think it is then. I'm gonna clip that because that's also an important piece of information. I figured it was the big lake with the valve thing in the middle and then the water boiler next to it, but I don't remember seeing a big sword knife in that area. Unless I wasn't looking hard enough, I don't know. They have their own mythical explanation regarding its sudden origins. I haven't told them that I wrote it into this age along with all the other daggers. Oh, okay. That's a weird thing to put into your created world. Just put enormous swords and daggers sticking out of the ground. Okay, sure. It's strange how such a young religion can be so unbending, even to their own god. I've tried to dissuade them of the notion that symbols contain so much power. The enemy uses this paranoia against them. They are fearful of Gain's symbol and are terrorized by his symbolic use of the Wark. But they don't want to hear this from me. Perhaps my attempts have even caused some of the younger members of the moiety to doubt that I am Catherine. My rare encounters with those who say they follow Gain have been discouraging. I'd hoped to have some communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding Gain. Soon after we trapped Gain on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as a reminder of their failure. In the village circles, it is told that this was a punitive act performed by Gain to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they will be delivered unto a new and better existence. I will continue to try to reach them. This is a long journal. They put so much FMV into this game. The least they could have done was have somebody narrate this fucking journal. God. The door is open. Gain is free. Gain has the ability to create working books. In fact, he had written one age before I arrived, but had kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. I'm not sure, perhaps he has written others. Other news, a few years ago before the moiety were forced into hiding, one of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gain had intended to destroy. It had been partially written, but did not work. They didn't tell me about it until now because they thought it was useless. A test book, okay. That probably explains that that furnace, I guess, in the center of one of his labs that had a partially burned book in it. I guess that was a test book, probably. Sure. Back then, none of Gain's books worked, but instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest and proceeded to engineer a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes, to heal his book's inherent flaws. That's what those spinny dome generator things are. Ah, okay. One of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. Okay, I thought those were the energy generators, but no, they are being powered by energy generators to fix flawed books, it sounds like. And that also explains why there were books inside of the little porthole windows on the top of them. Okay, sure. At last, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason or another, belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he's using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Perhaps he means to lure us into using the books in the domes. He can't believe that we would blindly swallow this suicidal bait, but he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen burnt book. There's a possibility of. Have read burnt book. Age it describes unsuitable as new home for the moiety. Must be modified. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once open, we can power the burnt book. I do not think Gain will interfere. He will leave the bait. So this appears to be a drawing of the like weird tree village thing that I'm currently in. This probably isn't like a puzzle solution, but I will screen cap it anyways. Okay, got it. Have begun writing the moiety's age, now must acquire second book from Gain. There's tension, a strain blurs my vision, and nightmares. Neela and Eddie stay close. Not sure what this is either, but this might be important. Okay. Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I'm concerned. Gain will miss it. We've also discovered the combinations for entering the domes, but we have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering our burnt book with Gain's domes, we will be able to link to this age, but we will only have access to the domes for a short of time before we are discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gain's books and our burnt book all seem to share the same sickness. If they are not powered, the images are black. It might be possible to clear the vision with only... What? Okay, it just kind of ends there. All right. We'll write substance into the moiety age. All is ready. Now all we can do is wait for word from the moieteer-esque or on the... This... I'm not sure what to make of this image at the top. I haven't seen anything that looks like a solution for the book powering dome things. We're on the lookout for Gain to power and use the domes. When he does that, we'll have access to one of Gain's domes just long enough. After linking to the age, which I've written, I only have to locate the book window substance and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gain's clumsy domes. I laugh at these plans. I sound like Atris. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it's the source of my nightmares. The fissure, like a great wound, is opened. It stains the Riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife, though voices grow so loud. For their part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It's the fulfillment of their prophecy. But they are also fearful and tense. I do not know what they'll think or do if I fail. It's done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's all still a dream. We have already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age. It is beautiful and I am pleased. At last, my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the bare sky, unafraid and dazzled by their freedom. They are happy. They have named it Tay. There's still so much to be done. We're not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard this place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They'll be extremely reluctant about destroying their only link to Riven. I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection, but for their sake it must be done. I'm anxious to know if our activities have aroused Gain's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Even so, I feel we are impregnable. Tomorrow, I will return to Riven to see Gain's reaction for myself, but tonight, I finally rest. And that's it. That's it for the journal. Okay. Unfortunately, there's nothing... Well, okay, she mentioned that they figured out how to use those dome things, but it was not mentioned how or what the combination is. So, shit. Yep, journal 1 of 3. So I think one of those journals probably does something, actively does something. So I'm gonna save before we interact with the other ones, just in case it does something weird. Based off of some of the dialogue here, I kind of suspect that there's multiple endings to this, and multiple ways that this can end. And I guess that would check out because Myst also kind of had multiple endings. You could just go straight to the end and help out Atris, and then you could also complete the books of one of his 2 sons and choose which one you wanted to complete and like figure out which one you wanted to save, I guess. So it's entirely possible that this game also has multiple solutions to it too. Okay, Catherine's letter. I write quickly from my prison. Nella will return your book, which the moiety intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atris for a very specific purpose. Gain will desire to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gain keeps it in his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atris. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I'm released, Catherine. Okay. Thankfully, that one was short. So, I need to find Gain's office, and then in his office is a combination to Catherine's prison, and then I will need to find her prison. And then it sounds like we go from there. Okay. And then the trap book was given to us by Atris at the start of the game. I wonder if this is just a game over if I use this. Okay. This might actually be one of a death. All right, I'm going to click on it. This might actually be a death and a game over.
No, mai. Non sao se io non che ne poco poco si può. Frai dopo. Dove io?
Is this game over? Is it gonna roll credit? Yeah, I knew it. Okay, that's a bad end. All right, I'm gonna call that a death. I'm gonna call that a death. All right. Oh wow, I can't even go to the menu from here. It's not even taking inputs. All right, we beat the game. We beat Riven. Game dash play design. Nice. Sheila Gould. Voiceover talent Catherine. They literally had a Catherine voiceover person and they didn't use them. The credits are almost like spoilers because it's like, here's all of the actors that we needed and here's all the everything. So I would have preferred to have been able to skip the credits here. Okay. So it looks like Sunsoft maybe did more than I thought they did. I thought all they did was just a straight port to PlayStation, but they actually have quite a few different people listed here in the credits. So, huh. Me! That's me! There's another special credit for the Moby Games. For the Moby Games profile. I am credited. It's me, right there. Alright, please kick me back to a menu of some sort here, game. Don't just play more spooky music. I would like to load my game without having to go back to the X Station menu. Okay, I guess I gotta restart my PlayStation. Fuck. Ugh, all right. It's kind of dumb that you get the bad end and then it doesn't even let you go to the menu to load anything. Jesus. Okay. So I gotta start with disc 4 then, and queue these up. Disc 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay. That one. Okay. A tip hotline there usually is. I don't need one though. That's just I fully expected that to be a bad end or some sort of like dead end to it. And yeah, it was. I wasn't expecting it to roll credits, but it did exactly what I thought it would do. Okay. So now I guess we have to figure out a way to get out of this cell. Let me make sure I got everything here. Yep. Okay. Sure. Okay, we still have the square in the center of the screen, so there's gonna be another NPC here.
Sira po. Ibuko mo buko wisipo. Na vene. Tapo mo revene beno.
Okay, it's another book. Alright.
Now, Katerina ne. Wisifa polo ya sepe yai.
So she's sending me back to Riven, and that's the book window, I guess, that was mentioned. Sure. Let me make sure I can't. So my fear was like, oh no, it's playing the same cutscene that it played when she gave me the journals and the trap book. But nope. Turns out it's a different cutscene. And that I was somehow like soft locked. Okay. So this probably sends us back to Riven. So we must currently be in the different age that was written specifically for the moiety to live in peace in. Which it sounds like Catherine isn't there. It sounds like Catherine is back in Riven. Nope. Okay. Disc 2. So we're currently on disc 4. So 5, 1, 2. Okay. Interesting that this puzzle completely reset. Good thing I wrote down the solutions. So, based off of all the information that I got from all those other journals, it looks like the only actionable thing that we got was this for the thing in disc 1, because she mentioned how to use the domes. Which maybe this has like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with what the combination is. I think that's a diagram of like the dead books maybe. So I think this is the only thing I can realistically do, which based off of that, that is okay. This is definitely 4. That's 4. So I still don't know what 7, 8, or 9 are. So that's either 7, 8, or 9. KI is, I believe, 5. No, 3. This is 5. That one is 2. And this one is either 7, 8, or 9. Probably. So still gonna have to do some brute forcing, I guess, when we get back over to there. But we should be close. We should be able to do it. Okay. So now I need to find my way back to disc 1 and the start of the game. Which means I need to go back to the beach and go up the staircase in the beach area. Okay. I'm gonna make another save as well. Because I get the feeling, since we're getting closer to potentially the end of the game, things might actually get dangerous now. Like, we might start running into, like, Gain's henchmen or something. Especially if we're going to be looking for his office. But it is, not gonna lie, it is nice actually having, like, a clear goal right now, at least, of like, okay, there's something that I know I can solve now, and it's no longer aimless wandering for the most part. That is a pretty nice feeling in contrast to, say, yesterday. And I don't want to turn on zip mode here because that might screw up things. Exactly. That's why I don't even bother. I get injured enough as it is. Okay, so down here to the left is the way back to disc 1. Alright. It's been a while since we've taken a roller coaster ride back to disc 1. So I suspect that Gain's office is probably in that big gold dome. And that's why I couldn't access it before. Another thrilling journey. Okay. Okay. So we were on disc 2, now we gotta go to disc 1. Great. Alright. 3, 4, 5, 1. Alright. God. Going back one disc is just the biggest pain in the ass. Gonna break the disc tray sensor on my PlayStation playing this game. Alright. Back here in the temple. The Peepo Temple. Then it's this way. Yeah, so this I think is where Gain's office likely is. Okay, let's see if we could figure out what this symbol is. Okay, so based off of one of the drawings. So this needs to be in the down position, it looks like. And that currently is right now. It's in the down position. So that's probably how that needs to go. And then the buttons down here. I know for sure what 3 out of the 5 symbols are. Well, you can't see it. That one. So the first symbol and the 5th one could either be 7, 8, or 9. I'm not sure which. I know for sure symbols, the symbol for 3, the symbol for 5, and the symbol for 2, though. Right here. So I know what 4 is. 4 looks very similar to that, but there's the line across it. So maybe that means it's 8 based off of logic, I guess. I'll try 8 first. And if that doesn't work, then it's not 8. Alright, that's the plan. Screenshots. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So what about 9? No. Okay, so it might be 7 then. So hopefully that resets the puzzle. If not, let's try doing this. Also entirely possible that this mechanism isn't currently powered, which is also a definite possibility. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also possible it might be 9, and I screwed it up before. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Uh-oh. Hold on. Did I count correctly? Like, it's entirely possible that might be the symbol for 4. And it's just... Huh. 7 or 8 for the last... Yeah. Yeah. I guess I could try 4. Like either that or maybe maybe you're not pressing these multiple times at once and it's more like the order in which you press them. In which case, like the one on the far right, you press first and then second from the right, and so on and so forth, and it'd just be the ones in the 1 and the 4 position. That would be interchangeable, maybe. Worth a shot, I guess. Let me reset the screen here and give it a go. So let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. So that also did not appear to work. Okay, what if we try it with this in the up position? I also unlocked this, didn't I? Yeah, so this I moved from... This is the position it was at the start of the game, and then I unlocked this thing, which probably does something. Let's try this again. Dang. So I'm looking at the drawing here too. So it looks like there's an arrow pointing to the bottom left of the apparatus, and that's where the brake was. So I definitely did that already. Let me make sure I got the numbers correct here. So KI is 3, right? Yes. Horizontal line across is 5. Yep. D on the left is 2. Yeah. And then it's not 4. So it's got to be either 7, 8, or 9. Because I know what 10 is. Dang. Fuck. This is like the only progress I could do too. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Because there wasn't anything in the notebook about... Let me look at this again. Beatrice, suspicions, combination in the office. Is there something I happen to miss here? Suspicion, Tay... So this is just the windows, the book windows, is all this is, I think. I don't think this is a solution to the... to the golden domes. I don't think. The star fissure. That's the home for the moiety. Telescope. Small mechanical stop to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. We did that. That's that thing that was in there. So I found that. I've instructed them to stay away from it. Opening the fissure now would be disastrous. Navigating the stars. So not that. Open the fissure. Pool of stars. Having once allowed Atlas to escape the sage. Sealed it. Crude telescope has been mounted over a locked viewport. Combination to which was acquired by the moiety. Seeking an escape from Riven. So it sounds like the fissure is below the island that I'm currently on. And then all the porthole is that this combination opens it for is just lets you look into the fissure, it sounds like. And that's all this is. So this telescope will swivel to look down inside here. And then we can see inside of the star thing. So, sure. And then it's still possible that this pipe, wherever this pipe goes, like maybe it hasn't been turned on from the other side, because there definitely was a there was a drawing in the notebook of the other side. Yeah, this. So that's the valve that you have to open. I found the star fissure located on the island with the Rivenese called Alapo water pool, which apparently is this island. The island that I'm currently on is the water pool Alapo. I haven't seen a water pool on this island, so I'll have to take their word for it. So I can't interact with this. Fuck. I wonder if there's something I'm missing here. Because there's the five pointed room with the scarab beetles in it that you can look into for lore, I guess. And then there was a blocked gate on the other side that goes to the big gold dome place. Okay, what about reverse order? No. Nope. Shit. God, if only I knew what number that was, that symbol. Though even then, I'm pretty sure I went through all the possibilities that could be. Is there some other screen that I haven't been to here? Like this doesn't let me down here. There must be something I'm missing. Fuck. Yeah, that's what I fear, is it just still doesn't work. So right there, that closed door goes to... Okay, so there's currently an open door to my right And then there's this gate here that also revolves. 1, 2. So if I press this twice. Yeah. Like the balancing, weighing your soul thing. Like maybe this room has a clue as to what that number is. That's what I'm thinking of. Yep. Yep. Okay, so off to my left. So I still can't read the writing that's in here. So the symbol in the center of the floor is the symbol for 5. Interesting. I don't know where that... I don't know if that actually goes to the mine thing or not. Okay, this is putting logs into the grinder to write books, so this is a story of Gain, I guess, for the worshipping Gain as a god, like Catherine described. Okay. Sure. Alright, let me just confirm. Let's turn on zip mode. I feel like I'm gonna need it here. Okay, zip mode, not really working out. Come on, zip mode. Yep, don't even get it here either. Lame. Interesting. I thought this would have been the gated off area, but I guess not. And there's no like secret button here to spin the thing here. Because if I could just spin this from here, I should be able to get to the other side. Dang. Okay. So maybe another avenue for learning a bit more about the number system and Gain might be going to that workshop in Disc 3. So I don't think there's anything else to be gained from here. See what I did there? Neither with this. I don't think there's any number iconography here. And maybe there's going to be something different with that burnt journal. in that office now? Okay, we can skip these now. Save. No. Just 2. I could also go check that I could check that the book machine in the village as well, because maybe there's something different with that now that I've read Catherine's journal as possible. I kind of doubt it, but it might be worth taking a look, because it's not that far from where I currently am. Well, actually, it kind of is. Never mind. Because I have to go all the way through that elevator again. I'm probably going to have to go back there anyways at some point, but I think we'll defer that for now. Okay, back to this. Hit this button, hit no. Alright, Riven Disc 3. Okay. Man, the novelty of a 5-disc PS1 game where you have to constantly switch discs has very much worn off. It wore off a while ago, I think. Can I just warp up there? Nope, of course not. So the manual sure made it seem like, hey, if you can see it, then you can warp to it. Just like Todd Howard said. But they let you skip like 1, maybe 2 screen transitions at a time. It kind of was a good novelty for a little bit. Only for a little bit, though. Okay, so. So this thing down here, now that I know what this is, that this is a book revitalizer. So this thing has got a book inside of it that it's currently making the book not burned, I guess, or something. And then in order to stop it, I have to get to the other side of this, and then do the thing where you tap the top of it, and that stops this, I guess. But it looks like I'm not sure there's a point to potentially getting inside of those book revitalizer things at this point, because it sure seems like I already have all of the books that you can get, books and journals, and I suspect that there's really nothing else to do for the rest of the game other than figure out how to get into Gaines' office and then find Catherine, and then that's it. And it probably doesn't involve the generators. And I'm pretty sure this was Gaines' office, because this is where the burned journal is. Questioner, clue written by actress. Gain will desire to use it. If you can find my prison, the combination will release me. Gain keeps it in his office. Then I assume signal actress. Don't signal him before I'm released. Catherine. Okay. So I strongly suspect that this is Gaines' office. And I'm pretty sure I have seen all of the diaries and things. Like this. This I don't get the point of. And then I don't get the point of this either. Probably just lore. So unless I missed a document here. Oh, I think that this must be a bookmaking lab is probably what this is, and he's trying to find like wood that will work the best for making the age making books, I guess. Okay, I guess this makes a bit more sense now with the context provided by Catherine. So this globe on the left showed us about the weird property of the water with the bacteria in it. And this has bird eggs in it. Which, sure. And I don't think any of the other drawers opened last time I tried this. No. Okay. And then this, I don't think did anything when I tried to interact with it before. Nope. So this is the frog trap. As we learned from the other place. This stuff. This is, I guess... Okay, so he was trapping frogs, and it's just... This is now frog jail. Alright, sure. And I guess this is probably another hint for that that animal puzzle that we did earlier. Of like, hey, frogs exist on this island. And you didn't necessarily need to grab them from that other part. So this tells us about the contraptions that were ultimately a hint for the puzzle that we needed to do to get to the secret hideout. So this, that we're done with. This is an orrery. I just remembered the name for what that is. Nothing here. I don't see anything that looks like a number. Okay, and then I'm pretty sure I went through this entire book already, but let me quickly skim through it again. I'm not sure what this drawing's about. Maintainers. The FF is so 44 age, because that one's 4. 44 age, this is 40. Huh. Interesting. Old. Coded access system to all the dome. Oh, okay. This might be it. This might be the thing that I was missing. Okay. So I might... shit. So some of these numbers I still kind of don't know. So the first number on the left is a 2. The second number is a 4. The third number I don't really recognize. It's a combination of a 10 and I guess 1. The fourth one is 2 and something I don't recognize. And then the last one is a combination of what looks like 4 and something I don't recognize. But what this means, I'm not sure, because I don't know what the V is at the bottom of the square for the far right one and the second from the far right one. So if I can figure out what the V at the bottom of the square is, then I should be able to decipher big numbers, I guess, or do the rest of the numbers. Okay. And I had those written down before too. And that's different from what I thought 7, 8, and 9 was, with the kind of thing went over like that. Like maybe that's 0. That could be 0. But that would also not really make sense. Shit. If only I know what 7, 8, or 9 is, then I could really narrow this down. Okay, but yeah, I completely forgot about that because I had no idea how the number system worked in this. So, like, maybe I can access one of the domes now by kind of just brute forcing it. Okay. And I think all this diagram says now is just all the islands are connected to the center one, is what that means. So this is 4 and whatever that number is to the right of it. Nothing there. Designated it for whatever. And there's no number beneath that. 6 color system. Nothing in there that looks like a number though. But these are the symbols for colors in the game. An E5. That's the holograms. That's the steam power diversion stuff. Breathable atmosphere, fissure, books. Okay, so that's it for the notebook. So he said the code, or Catherine said the code to her prison, I think, was in the office. This is the office, and there was a code in that book. So that might have actually been it. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gain keeps it in his office. Okay, so maybe Catherine is inside one of those books inside one of the domes. The little book regenerators. But which one though? Okay, I feel like I'm getting warmer here on where to go and what to do now. But I still don't know what some of those number symbols mean, and that's a problem. I need to be able to decipher those. Trying to think if there's anything on Island 4 that maybe held some sort of clue. So this is the way up to the big gold dome. But the staircase wasn't working last time I was here. The stairs are folded up. Yeah. Which I assume they're still not working. Yeah. So we still can't go up there. I'm assuming that's disc 5. Whenever you are able to get into there. And that's the disc 5 endgame, probably. So where to now, then? We're currently on disc 4, disc 3. There is a spinny generator / book thing in disc 4. And I think once I figure out the combination for that, I should be able to open all of them. I think they all have the same combination lock. Is there no tram here? Is there no button? There's usually a button I can press here. Did I have to press it back at the lab? Shit. Okay. Can I zip mode up there? There we go. I'm racking my brain about where else I've seen that any numbers. Okay, good. That's there. Okay. Just to save, nope. Alright, disc 4. So I need to go out the left side. There's 2 different ways you can go here. And I think it's this way, and I need to go up to the upper part of this area. Hopefully I'm not screwing up here by using zip mode and missing out on important things. It's entirely possible, but zip mode is very fast, so I like going fast. Okay, so this way. All right, let's see if we can figure out what the deal is here. Okay. So according to him, this is... Come on, pen. Come on, pen. You can do it. God, this stupid tablet. So it's 2... Jesus Christ, man. 2, 4, 10, 11, 2, 4, 11, and then maybe the V means 20, perhaps. 2, 4, 11, 22, and 24, maybe. Let's try that. Okay. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. This is 22. 5, 10, 11. 4, 2. Okay. So if I'm right, when I press this button, this thing should pop open. Let's see. Fuck. Unless I'm miscounting here. That's 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 24, 20, 21, 22. This one should be 11, probably. 10, 11, 4, and 2. Unless it starts from like 0. Uh, 25. That, because this is the only thing that would make sense, is if that just means 2022, and the numeral or the symbol at the bottom designates the tens position of the number. And unless I need to shift them all over by 1. So let's try that. That. Either that or like this one just doesn't work. Or you need to do it from the left. And this one... 2, 4. All right, hold on. So that's 2. This is 4. 11 would be this. 22. So that's 20, 21, 22. And then far left for 24. That's 25. It's also entirely possible that this one just doesn't work. And maybe this is correct, but it just doesn't work. Okay, well, going from that, then now that I know what, or I'm pretty sure I know what those numerals are. Then, that this is 22. That's 24. This is 11, 4, and 2, based off of what I've seen before. So does that change anything with the button pressing thing? In the screenshots that I wasn't sure about. Maybe it's 17 then for the one that goes up. 17, 18, or 19. Maybe I'm making another wrong assumption here. Maybe this one is not 24, but 27, 28, or 29. But that doesn't... the numbers don't go that high. So... probably not then. Because the number on this scale, or the tick marks on this scale, only go up to 25. So that's not likely. Highly unlikely that this is the case. So this has got to be 24 probably. And we know that 10 is this. So, God, I'm just thinking that maybe this code just doesn't work on this one in particular. Or like maybe there's more to this thing, and maybe it works like an abacus, maybe? This mechanism? But I don't know how to abacus. So... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and then 25 is as high as it goes. I don't see any other solution than what I've been entering in here. I don't know why this wouldn't work. Shit. That thing. So I thought that meant 24789 before, which is not the case, but I guess I could try again. Oh, yeah, I wasn't showing my notes. Rip. Let's try. Yeah, of course. Coded access system into all the domes, and then that's the combination for it, but it's just not working. Like, it's possible this is the right code, and it's just, it doesn't work at this stage of the game. Shit. It feels like I've hit another brick wall here. It feels like I have all the information I need to solve this, but it's just not working. Dang. Where's the button here? Thought it... There it is. I'm debating whether or not I want to reload my save from Disc 2 to just get back there quickly, but there's also the possibility that maybe it just doesn't work unless you've seen Catherine's journal later in the game, which is entirely possible. Alright, we're going backwards in discs, which is always a bad time. 5, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll be going back to disc 2 shortly. Great. So I don't think there's anything to be learned from here. Anything else to be learned from here, at least. So yeah, this is the burned book that was described in Catherine's journal. Okay. And I still can't go up that staircase to the big gold dome. Because I don't think I've done anything to make that work. I haven't seen anything to make that work. God, because there must be something that I'm missing, like, underground in this place, because I don't know how, like, where the spinny generator thing is, like, down here, right? Or I guess on the right side of this. There should be a way to stop the generator, or the book revitalizer, I guess. On the other side of the wall, because there is a peephole there. Down here. So this just kind of winds down. And then on the left wall, right there, there's the peephole. So surely there's a way to get on the other side of this wall. But where that is, I don't know. And then there's still the question of where the pipe goes to. That goes to the telescope thing on Island 1. Because I don't know where that goes either. And if I need to, like, send power to that before I can open that hatch and actually use the telescope to look into the star rift or whatever it's called. Because that sure feels like something I need to do to progress, I think. And still can't think of a way to do that. Like, can I don't know if I missed something up here. Maybe there's some other path here that I missed. MYST. Some path downwards. Because if I go back in the pipe, that leads me back to the water boiler, and that's how you get up here. And you can't go back in the pipe. And I don't see anything else to do over here. And I don't think I've seen any other like ways downwards. Because I need to be pretty much exactly below where I am, but on the other side of this rock face. Because the spinny book thing is right down here. So I can't go that way. That's just the ladder. I don't think I can climb this pipe. Like that just goes that way. And that feeds power to the generator. Maybe that's what it is. Well, okay, no. Because there was the thing right here that I still don't know what the deal is with that thing. There's this large flexible pipe that connects to the water boiler. And maybe that's what is powering the book revitalizer? The last time I was up here, I had it disconnected. But maybe it got reconnected somehow. No, that looks disconnected to me, actually, now that I look at it. Yeah, that's totally disconnected. So I'm still not sure what this is for. And I'm pretty sure I'm done with the water boiler puzzle, so I don't think this really does anything. And then the only point of going inside the water boiler was to get access to that upper cliff. To eventually get access to the upper part of the cliff with the transit to disc 4. But maybe by moving those levers, this has somehow made the generator stop spinning, maybe. I kind of doubt it, but might as well check, because otherwise I think I am stumped again. Because I thought I had a handle on how numbers worked in this game, but apparently not. Either that or I'm doing something wrong. So is this active? Yes. And there's no way... nowhere else to go in this room, huh? This lets us look up, and that's where the pipe is. And I think this is just supposed to tell us, like, hey, there's a pipe feeding this thing, and you need to turn off the source of the pipe. But I'm not sure where that pipe is going. Because I thought it was the pipe that goes into the boiler, the bottom of the boiler. But I don't think so. So, hey, I won. I made a lot of progress today, by the way, for people tuning in late. But I think I've hit another solid dead end. So I figured out how to get through that door with the animal markings on it in the secret area behind the prison. And then that teleports you to another universe, I guess, another age, where all of the indigenous inhabitants of Riven fled to escape the evil bad guy. And Catherine was supposed to be with them, but then she got captured. And she's being held inside of a book, it sounds like, inside one of the spinny generators somewhere. And then I got a bunch of journals from Catherine. And the one kind of concrete information thing that I got from that was way down here was the telescope thing at the start of the game. This thing, I got probably the code for how to actually open up the thing below it, but I tried all sorts of different variations on this and none of them worked. So great. So now I am kind of aimlessly wandering again, trying to see here, because I'm not 100% certain what symbols correspond to some of the numbers. And if I knew that for absolute certain, then I could probably do this. But even by kind of brute forcing some of the things, they still didn't work, even with me brute forcing them. So I am a little stumped at this point. A little stumped. I feel like I've hit the brick wall here of this. I just realized that isn't a rock crusher, that's a tree crusher, and it's turning into sawdust to make books. I just now made that connection in my mind here. Alright, so last thing I want to do then tonight, which is probably futile, but we'll see. Before I turn in, I want to go to the generator and this disc in disc 2. 4, 5, 1, 2. And see if the code works on that book dome thing. I suspect it won't work, but let's see. Let's see. Maybe it will. Here's hoping. So it's this way. I am gonna pat myself on the back for figuring out that animal pictogram puzzle before. That required connecting a lot of dots, including this. Like that is one of the hints for that puzzle. Okay, this way, down here. Okay. Yep, this game. And there's like 10% of the puzzles in this compared to Myst. But it's like the whole game is just one big puzzle rather than a bunch of small ones. And it is way less satisfying. I'd rather have a bunch of little puzzles than one big annoying one. Ugh. Because just like with something like La Milana, if you get stuck on one thing, chances are there's some other thing you could go try and solve. But for this, it's like, can't figure it out? Well, too bad. We're not going to let you progress until you do. God. Alright, let's see if this works on this other dome. Okay, well, 7th guest and 11th hour are on the to-do list, so I'm looking forward to 7th guest and 11th hour even more now. Okay, so it was 24, 22, 11, and 2. Nope. Fuck. Oh, man. Oh, you're not a fan of 11th hour? Well, I'll get to one of those one of these days, and we'll see. I remember 7th guest being hyped up in this. It was like a demo disc / video review disc from back in the day of like, here's a super compressed AVI file with the new releases, and some of the hot new releases on that disc was like the PC version of Mega Man X and 7th guest and Quarantine. The Incredible Quarantine. Okay, well, this didn't work. So that was kind of the last thing that I could think of tonight to do for that. So hey, at least we got progress. My oh, this thing isn't working. Okay, I can hit this button, can't I? That works. Okay, that works. Hold on, I gotta reboot my mouse here. So, all right, restart. So let's see. Can't remember the term. Okay. All right, so I think next time I'm probably still just going to be stuck on the same puzzles that I'm currently stuck on. I still want to try my damnedest to beat this game without using a guide or asking for help. I'm sure there is just something that I missed, MYST, to make this work. Such as something that I overlooked. I might have to pour over my VODs, pour through my notes again, and see what I am MYST missing. But it sure feels like I have the numbers correct, at least. And it sure feels like I'm entering them incorrectly. And like, I can't shake the feeling that I'm right about the numbers and how to put them in, and like maybe the game doesn't want me to solve these puzzles yet is like entirely a possibility. And that, if that's the case, that really sucks. But I also doubt that's the case, because Myst lets you do that. You could solve the game pretty much at the start if you just knew what the symbols and the numbers were. So I suspect Riven's probably the same way, with a little bit of randomization in what number corresponds to what symbol. But dang, this is quite the pickle we're in here in Riven. But still, progress was made. At least we made more forward progress. But I think we probably hit a fairly solid steel wall here in good old Riven. So we'll see where progress takes us next time. Let's hit the timer on that then.